Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Shona if you're new around here. I'm 32, I live up in the northeast of Scotland, I'm married and I've got a 1-year-old daughter. If you are new around here, I mostly post, I do vlogs, weekend vlogs, day in the life, lifestyle, motherhood, parenting tips, you know, all those sorts of things. So if you are new here and you're into those things and you would like to subscribe, just click the subscribe button and you'll get on the bell and you'll get a notification of all the videos I do. So today's video is going to be about tips on losing weight. I've got 10 tips for you on losing weight. I have been losing weight and gaining it since I was about 16 years old, and obviously having just had a baby, I have lost all the baby weight, or almost. I'm about 3/4 of a stone away from being my pre-baby weight. As I say, I've been losing weight and gaining it for a long time. I got down to my lowest weight ever just before I met Craig, my husband, and then got down to quite a low weight just before I got married, and then obviously that's when I fell pregnant. And I don't know what I weighed when I got had Olivia. I didn't weigh myself until I was 6 months postpartum, but I'm pretty sure I must have put on a good 4 or 5 stone. So it's been a long slog to get it off. So I thought I would share some of my tips on how I've lost weight over the years. I've done various diets and regimes on, you know, fast eating and fast losing weight, how to lose weight fast. But I think over the years I've learned a lot, and I've got my sort of main things that work for me to lose weight. So I thought I would share it with you today. If they are any use to you, you can use them and lose your weight. First off, I just want to point out, I'm not a doctor or any sort of health physician. I'm purely giving you these on experience and what's worked for me and what I've learned over the years. So I'll start off. Number one is to make small changes. I think when you're sort of dieting, it's easy to go, right, let's lose all the weight all at once. You know, you see all these celebrities who lose their their baby weights in weeks. You know, they're back into their size 8 jeans within 2 weeks of giving birth. Well, that's all very well, but realistically, if you're going to lose it fast, it's likely that, you know, you might go back to having loads of snacks and treats, and then before you know it, the weight's all back on. I think the best thing to do is sort of start by making small changes. Get yourself into a sort of habit, making these habits a lifestyle choice rather than a diet. Just doing little bits and pieces over sort of like a longer period of time, and get your sort of mind into that sort of like healthy mindset that this is how I'm going to eat from going forward. It's not how I'm going to eat for a week and lose a stone and then after that week just put it all back on. So yeah, definitely making small changes. So some examples are things like reduce your sugar in tea until the point that you don't need tea and sugar. Reduce your snacks, so think about healthier snacks than having chocolate biscuits and crisps. Go for fruit. I know, like, some people say that fruit isn't always the best because it is sugar, it does have sugar in it, but it's natural sugars. It's far better having a banana than a bar of chocolate. So, you know, make your own snacks. You know, there's so much recipes out there for flapjacks, muffins, things like that, that are far more healthier than some of the sugar-laden snacks that are out there today. More protein. Make sure you're getting your protein in, your meat, your eggs, things like that, that'll really fill you up. You know, the protein is what's going to fill you up. It'll keep you going longer stretches of period without feeling like you need to eat all the time. So yeah, that's definitely another way. Another way is to reduce your carbs. So as I say, bread, rice, potatoes, you know, just, I'm not saying to do all these things all at once. So just do little bits at a time, get yourself used to it. Number 2 is definitely to move more. cannot highly recommend enough how ace exercise is. I used to do exercise 5-6 times a week, sometimes twice a day. I think it's great for your body, it's for toning up, your mental health as well. It gives you so much endorphins, it keeps you happy. So definitely move more. And I know a lot of us are busy mums, we're working, or we're a full-time mum, we've got 1, 2, 3 kids to look after. It's not easy to fit the exercise in. Unfortunately, I don't get nowhere near 6 workouts. I try and aim for about 2 a week. If I'm lucky, I'll get more, and sometimes I don't even get that because there's just so much factors coming into it. What I tend to do is, once Olivia's gone to bed, or if she's napping, if it's like when I'm not working, I will go and do a 20-minute workout, something like that. There is so much examples on YouTube. You've got your Joe Wicks, you've got HIIT workouts all over the internet, you've got yoga, you can go for runs. Obviously, if you're there yourself, wait till you've got somebody, but there's so much things you can do, and it doesn't have to be an hour, 2 hours at a time, just like 10-20-minute workouts every day, or 2 or 3 times a week, just to kind of build yourself up. The next thing is obviously is to get, if you can't do that, do walks. Get out walking as much as you can. The fresh air is good for you, it's good for your baby if you've got babies, and it's just overall it's a good exercise. I think a lot of people probably think, oh, walking's not going to do much, but the more you do it, the more you get out in the fresh air, the better it definitely is. And even like using weights is definitely something that you could consider. It's great for toning the body. The more toned you are with muscle uses more calories throughout the day, so even if you don't exercise and you've got all this muscle, it's still burning calories. Number 3 is plan your meals out. So I think it's easy to just go to the supermarket, buy a load of things, and then maybe not have it, or snack through the day, or just not plan your meals and end up having more than you really intended to. So definitely that's something I have done. I like to sort of like plan out what I'm having during the week, what we're having as a family, even just your supper times or your tea, dinner, whatever you want to call it. Plan out what you're going to have. And then I used to go down to planning snacks, planning your dinners, breakfast, exercise, and at least that way you can stick to that, and it keeps you on track, it keeps you focused, you've got something to work towards. Plan out your meals, write a shopping list, go to the supermarket, buy what you need to buy, and don't come home with extras that you don't need. Number 4 is to drink more water. I used to hate water, absolutely couldn't even drink it without cowking, retching, just didn't like it at all. So I decided to change that. I know how good water's for you. I was getting into a healthy mindset, and over the years I've managed to quite happily drink water. In fact, that's probably what I drink most of the time. I can only drink bottled water, I can't drink tap. I notice the difference so much, but I drink 2 litre bottles a day, at least 2 litres, try and get that in at my work, and then it means that I come home and anything extra is a bonus. So I think if you can get 2 litres a day in of water, that's great, and then get any extras, even if it's tea or coffee. Try and reduce your sort of like fizzy drinks. I know how hard it is. It's probably my one vice that I really struggle and that I miss when I'm not having it. I do like a fizzy drink, but I do try and restrict them as much as I can, and only can I keep them to the weekend as a treat. Number 5 is use motivational tools. So things I've used in the past are like items of clothing. So I used to have a pair of jeans that I would try on once a week, and every time a couple of weeks down the line, you'll see a difference. You might get the buttons shut, they might fit comfortably, perfect. So that's definitely something you can use. Obviously pictures of maybe when you've been thinner, or a picture that you've really just gone, oh, that's awful, you know, I need to do something. Put them up in your fridge, your cupboards with your treats. Keep you motivated, keep you away from, you know, going off track. Another way is to do a motivational board. So I used to make up like a little Word document, add in pictures, things that motivated me when I had my wedding. I used to have my wedding dress as a photo, or a wedding dress. Personal trainers that have inspired me, or people that inspire me that I want to be like, I want to look. You know, just make it up, motivational quotes, anything that will spur you on to use willpower, to stay away from the snacks, to get you doing workouts that maybe you just think you want to come home and you go, oh, I can't be bothered, and you just go, well actually, if I look at this, it's going to motivate me and it's going to get me out of the house, it's going to get me running, it's going to get me doing workouts, and you know, things like that. I used to put that on my fridge, I used to put it in my cupboards to keep me away from food when I was hungry and shouldn't be eating. Number 6 is to set SMART goals. So if you've never heard of SMART before, SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time. So you just want to make sure that you're not just going, I want to lose weight. Well, losing weight is not going to motivate you to lose weight. So you want to set a time on it. You want to set a specific goal. You want to make sure it's achievable. So I'm not going to lose a stone in 2 weeks. That's never going to happen. What you want to do is say, I want to lose a stone, say in 3 months. That's achievable. You know, you've got a holiday coming up, you've got something coming up that's going to spur you on. Set that time, that date as a time, and set a set amount of goals. It doesn't have to be losing weight. It can be, I want to tone up, so I want to reduce my body fat, I want to tone up this area or that, you know, over a set amount of time. Just make it easy, and then that way you can go, right, I've got this long to achieve that goal, I'm going to do it, rather than going, yeah, I want to lose weight, and 2 weeks down the line and you're like, you've lost sight of what you're trying to achieve, and you know, it makes it so much more difficult. So that's definitely one thing. Number 7 is to use a smaller plate. So it's easy, you know, there's these big plates and you get all these food in it, and you think, oh yeah, but you're eating so much, you know, and it's more calories. Whereas if you get a smaller plate, it controls your calorie portions, you know, makes things, it reduces all of that, and it makes that you're eating just that bit less, but it tricks your mind into thinking you're eating a fuller plate, if that makes sense. That's definitely something I do a lot of. I very, very rarely take a big plate, unless it's like a big meal. But if it's things like omelettes, I just take a smaller plate, and it does make a difference. Number 8 is don't buy snacks or junk food in that you think you will eat when your willpower might be a bit low. Before I met Craig, I didn't buy any sort of snacks or biscuits or crisps in if I felt like I was going to be tempted, which most of the time I was tempted by it. After I met Craig, obviously he's not on my mindset. He likes his treats, he likes his snacks. We don't do it quite so much, but certainly when I first met him, he very much had all his sweeties and snacks, so I had to use more control. But if that's the case, if you find that someone in your house is having snacks, ask them to take it away. Put it in a place that only they know, and then you won't be tempted by them should the occasion rise where you're like, oh well, a wee snack, and then 3 days down the line you're still snacking and it's gone a bit off track. Number 9 is to stay away from processed food. It's very, very easy these days. Convenience food, takeaways, and yeah, we're all allowed a treat, but try and keep to natural foods as much as possible. I do highly recommend that. I think you look at a lot of these like packaging, and there's so much additives and things that you've never heard of that have been man-made, and they're just not good for your body, they're not nutritional in any way at all. Stay away from them. Try to stick to natural as possible. Fruit, vegetables, chicken, meat. Obviously if you're vegetarian, stick to vegetarian meals, eggs, you know, all that sort of stuff. Make your own snacks, make your own bread, you know, there's so many options, and I know we're all busy, you know, and convenience is so much easier, but it's also detrimental to your health as well. So try and, you know, it's laden with salt and sugar. You know, fat-free is probably one of the worst things, because you think fat-free is good, and this is purely my opinion, but fat-free probably has more sugar in it because they're trying to make it seem like it's better, but they're taking away all the fat and then you're eating more chemicals, so it's really not good. So definitely try and keep to like full fat things, but maybe less of. You know, you don't want to overload on fat, but at the same time it is actually better for you, so I would agree with that. Tip number 10 is to get some good sleep and de-stress your life. I know it's not easy as busy mums, certainly in this day and age we've got a busy lifestyle, we're working, we're full-time mums, we're here, there and everywhere, and it's not easy to get good sleep, and it's not easy to be not stressed. But stress and lack of sleep does impact on your weight loss. You know, a lot of weight loss is down to hormones, so if you've got a lot of like imbalances in your hormones, the weight isn't going to come off. So you need to try and kind of balance out these hormones to make sure that everything's doing what it should. It's not easy, I know it's not. I've been there, I've done that. I'm a part-time working mum. I've got a busy life, I try to socialise, I try to do this, you know, try to exercise, so it's not easy. But just bear in mind, you know, try and get as good a sleep as you can. If you know you're going to be up during the night, try and maybe go to bed earlier. Don't burn the candle at two ends, as my dad likes to say. And just try and keep, you know, your life a little less stressful. Think if there is something that's stressing you out, try to talk to somebody, try to fix it. Try and just de-stress. Ask your partner to let you have an hour in the bath. You know, just try and de-stress yourself. Calm out, chill out. Do what you need to do just to zen yourself out. So that's my tips, but I was going to add one on at the end, kind of going on a bit about the water. But if you are suddenly changing things, you might find a lot of the time that your body's almost detoxing because it's trying to rid itself of all the toxins that's been in your body through unhealthy eating, and a lot of what you might get is headaches, especially at the start. Yeah, so for the first week or so you might get really bad headaches. It's not easy, it's very easy that you come off of fizzy drinks, you've come off a lack of sugar, your body is like, what is going on? But if you just keep drinking water, try to get as much sleep. If it's really bad, take some tablets, try and push through that horrific, try and push through all. The best thing is to drink water. Just keep drinking water, and that will flush everything out. And what you'll probably find is by day 7, I would say, within a week, definitely 5 to 7 days, you'll find this sort of like fog lifting, and the fatigue will start to go, and your energy levels will start rising. You'll get a boost, and you'll just suddenly be like, yay! So it is really difficult to get past that first week or two if you're suddenly changing your lifestyle and maybe sort of like detoxing. But that's just a sort of like last tip I thought I would add on. But if there's any tips you've got below, add them in the comments. And I really hope you like this video. As I say, it's something that I've been doing for a long time, and I've had so much experience with, so that's why I wanted to share it with you, and hopefully I can inspire you, I can show you sort of like ways to make you achieve your goals that you want to achieve. I really hope you've liked this video. Give it a thumbs up and we'll see you again soon. Bye!